CNN legal analyst and criminal defence attorney Philip Holloway joins me now to talk more about this. Thank you so much for being with us. So Ethan Couch and his mother, they've both been apprehended in Mexico. What is the next step for both of them? Because clearly they're going in different directions here.
Well, they are. They're going in the same direction, at least as far as probably Houston, Texas. From there, they're going to go to separate jails. He's going to go to a youth detention facility. She will go to an adult jail because she now faces state charges in Texas. In fact, it's a felony. It's called hindering the apprehension of a felon, and it carries up to 10 years in a Texas prison if she were to be convicted of that offense.
Yeah, I mean, the irony of this is it looks like she's going to be in more trouble than he will be.
In the short term.
But at this point, they're trying to transfer his case to the adult court system. What does that entail exactly?
They go back before a juvenile court judge because he's still in the juvenile system. He was convicted and sentenced in the juvenile system, and so a juvenile judge will have to decide if it's in the best interest of the people of Texas now to move him into the adult system so that he can be supervised just like any adult probationer would be. The irony here is that if that happens, all that he can get under Texas law is 120 days in jail, considering the fact that his mother now faces 10 years in prison, where he, in the short term at least, faces only 120 days, is not going to sit well with many people. That being said, given his track record, there's a very high likelihood he'll violate probation again, in which case an adult court judge has the option of giving him up to 40 years in prison the next time around.
This is the thing, isn't it? He's a young man who has killed 4 people, showed no remorse, fled from probation, missed his probation. So you're saying, really, if he behaves himself for the rest of time, he will be fine. He basically might confront, what, 120 days?
If he has no further violations of his probation, you're absolutely correct. He would serve out the remainder of his sentence somewhere along the lines of 8 years on probation, and then he's done. But his mother could still be, depending on what kind of sentence she may get if she's convicted, could still be serving time in a Texas prison.
And how likely is it that she would get bail?
Bail for someone like her who has shown a propensity already to be a flight risk. Let's look at the dramatic measures that she apparently has taken to evade capture for so many weeks. All of the assets by both the United States and the Mexican authorities that it took to track her down. A rational judge giving her any bail. If so, it would be so staggeringly high that hopefully she couldn't even make that kind of a bond.
And you're fairly confident that Ethan Couch's case will be transferred to the adult court system?
I think that it's almost a certainty that a Texas judge in the juvenile court system will say, you know, I've seen what's happened going so far with this case, and the people of the state of Texas need to be protected as best as possible. Keep him in the juvenile court system. His case expires when he turns 19 in April, and he's off probation and he's out of the system altogether.
Incredible situation, isn't it? Philip Holloway, thank you so much.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it.